Hey everyone, welcome back to school. Back to school reactions, we're at it again. Second video of the day. This is a request from my friend Mitch. Dax Eternity is the name of the song. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction I did right before this for Upchurch and Broadneck's Sus. Got some other stuff coming out. Gonna try and get back into these reactions. Feel more confident now. Got some teeth in my face. Been going through a whole bunch of dental work. Still a little bit more to go, but I'm back in the grind. So let's get into this. Dax Eternity. I was told, I asked, is this like a hard hitting rap song or something more personal, emotional? He said that route, said the latter. So we're going to find out what this is about. Dax has really intrigued me lately. With his variety of songs. He did that To Be a Man, was a phenomenal song. Some very great versions of that. His one with Darius Rucker is amazing. I may not have reacted to those, but I definitely heard them. In fact, I bought the song To Be a Man. So I'm interested in where this one goes. Eternity could go anywhere really. So we're going to get into it, and I hope you guys are having a great day. All right, here we go, you guys. Dax Eternity.
And when you really examine the concept of eternity, one will find that there is no end. Life after death is a concept humans still don't understand.
Right. Our finite minds cannot understand the infinite.
How long is eternity? I don't understand.
We don't know.
Some say forever, but if it's forever, then when does it come to an end? It's more than a concept, an infinite time that we spend. It confirms that our lives here on earth are a blip of existence and don't make a dent. As we get older, it creeps in our mind, the thought of the end and beginning of time. The life that we thought that we lived doesn't matter, approaching the thought that someday we all die. I get confused when I look in the sky. What is this water hitting my eyes? Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries.
Let's examine that for a minute. I know personally I'm never going to understand creation or how we got here in the first place. I had an experience where I was sitting there in my backyard and I was looking at these giant trees that were in this field over here. And the field was not watered, hadn't been taken care of in years. Yet those trees grew and thrived and grew and thrived, and we live in an area without much water. So I looked at those trees and I realized that without us, those trees will survive just fine. And later on I realized with us, those trees died when they ripped them out. So there is life without man, definitely. I don't have to understand how it came about. I just have to know that I am not the creator. I'm not the end all. I am not the whatever. I'm here on earth for the short period of time that I am. And what happens after this may or may not be determined by the choices that I make here on earth. And so this song already has my head going with a lot of concepts and ideas. So I want to see where we keep going with this, all right?
Water hitting my eyes. Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries. As we get older, we don't care what we did. It's not the things we receive, but the things we give. We try to go back to the time we were kids.
It has nothing to do with what we receive, but what we give. I had met a Buddhist monk who talked about before he became a Buddhist monk, he lived his life the way he did, and he looked back at it and realized all of the impact he had on people's lives, and his goal was to leave this earth with no footprints in the sand, meaning all those deep impressions of hurt and stuff that he had put on people. He wanted to eliminate that in his life, leave people without feeling like he had done anything that affected them in a negative way. I also believe that we can do things that affect people in a positive way. Man, this is gonna, let's see.
But the things we give, we try to go back to the time we were kids, but those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realize that everyone dies, but not everyone lives. So I'm taking a chance.
Everyone dies, but not everyone lives. Boy, that is an understatement.
Everyone dies, but not everyone lives. So I'm taking a chance. I'm living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. I'm giving my time to the people who love me for everything that I am. I'm living my life in reality, not for a post that they'll tap when they open the gram. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not gonna dwell on my past mistakes. I'm bridging the gap between my dreams and what I see while I'm awake. They say leave it up to fate. Well, fate favors those who take. Cause if eternity's forever and all this is temporary.
I will say this. The thoughts that are going through my head right now are about, we're living for a future. We think we're building a future, but we are not guaranteed tomorrow. My mom was only 27 when she was killed. Doing everything to build a life, and her life ended that day. So what did she do? What impact did she have? What did she leave behind? I get upset when I see kids that are sick, going through cancer and stuff, and those kids have such more of a positive impact on everybody's life just as they're going through it than a lot of us do when we're not going through anything. That's kind of sad.
My way. Humanity's lost. We obsess the price of material things, but at what cost? Then treat time like currency and spend it for applause because we think that life is just a game we can turn on and off. We build, we break, renew, replace. We 9 to 5 and count the days for 40 years till 65, then live off what our pension pays. We fall in.
And you think that's gonna happen? There is no guarantee, man. I became disabled well before 65. All of the thoughts and dreams and aspirations I had of how I was gonna do things and retire at this age and be able to do this and do that instantly derailed the second that I had my disability. And I had to learn to adapt and adjust to that too.
In line as mental slaves, our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves, full of hopes and dreams that people never chased, full of feelings that we felt but never got to say, all the thoughts inside our heads that we kept stored and locked away. As our age increased and we got old and everything decayed, and when we finally realized that our whole lives was not a game, and that time was a commodity that we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one else to blame, is the day that we change. It's eternity, no end, no end. Eternity, no end, no end. It's eternity, no end. Eternity, no end.
Okay. That is hitting home. Really hitting home. When we're young, we don't realize that things can happen to us, and we don't realize that we're temporary. We think we're invincible. we live our lives that way, especially if you're like me. I mean, it was like, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, do it, do it, do it, have fun, enjoy life, until you can't enjoy that stuff, until you are sitting waiting on the results of a scan to find out what's wrong and what that means at that point in time, and how much time you may or may not have. At the end, man, I hate to say it, but life would be easier if I didn't love people and have people that loved me. Because when you're facing those kind of things, those uncertainties, you become more worried about them than about yourself. I guess that is the right thing to think of. But it's hard to be honest with people when you're afraid you're going to hurt them with the stuff that you found out, from some of these things in life. Losing the ability to work, finding out that you are very sick or something of the like. This one's getting me.
It's eternity, no end. It's eternity, no end. It's eternity, no end. Eternity, no end.
What are you doing with your time? What is your definition of happiness? Are you giving more than you're taking? And finally, if it were to all end right now, what are you holding on to that you need to let the world see? What are you holding on to?
Too much. Holding on to too much. Holding on to too much, to be honest.
What are you holding on to
I don't know why
that you need to let the world see?
And there's the part of me that says, why does the world need to see? Man, this song has me conflicted. Mitch, this was a very good recommendation. Thank you for recommending it. Y'all, if you want to recommend something, please do so in the comment section. If it's something that I've already listened to, because this past year I haven't been doing very many reactions because I didn't feel confident, and I was listening to music. Believe me, I was. I just wasn't reacting to it. So I'll let you know if it's something that I've already listened to. But Dax, if you watch this, I could use an uplifter after this one. I really could. Alright, y'all. As always, be healthy, be happy, be good to each other. Stay blessed. We'll see you soon, okay?